Yeah, that's right. You can hear the beautiful sound of construction. I mean, it's weird how people respond so badly to the piercing, gritty noise of rocks being cut apart and things being smashed about. The sound of spinning metal on rock is actually a beautiful sound. It's a sound of growth. It's a sound of civilization. You should hear that and celebrate. You don't hear that and think, oh, what's all that racket in the background? You should hear that and go, yes, yes, humans are evolving. Fucking awful, isn't it? I'm so sorry about that noise. It is hideous. And of course, I've had nothing here. As soon as I put that video up and I said when it's going to happen, of course it's like that. Of course it's like that. Now, here we are. New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. Hello, Alistair. Illuminatus. Do you know what? You know what? This should be the new one, Illuminatus. Some of the ones I've had recently. Some of the ones I've had about my ability or not. I mean, I'm not quite sure who gets to say what political persuasion I can have. But for sure, there are people who have said more peculiar things than that one. It's quite bizarre. Hello, Zarbo. Hello, Mousecat. John Palmer. Arnold Lane, of all people, takes a bowl up the far right. Have a far right New Year's Eve, Mr. Lane. ZG, Marwood, Sarah. How are you, Sarah, with your little change in avatar? Now, first things first. First things first. Give me a 1. Give me a 1 if you think that. Give me a 1 if you not only saw Dave Cullen on Millennial, but you thought it was amazing. So the question, it's a two-pronged attack on your sense of taste and activity. So it's a 1 if you saw it and you thought it was. Look at that, McCaig is straight in there. Mousecat, Bungle. Paddy Burns said that when I was on Millennial, it was most enjoyable. See you later, Jess. Sorry about the old ice scraping. I think what me and Woes pulled off was the conversational thing, which works. I think that works. Thank you, Paddy. That's very kind of you. Linda, all right there. I hope you're all right, my dear. I was thinking last night, Linda, for those who don't know, Linda and her daughter had a tree fall on their car. I'm trying to imagine what that must be like to have like a multitude of injuries like you've got. There's a Chinese, it used to be an official Chinese punishment, death by 100 cuts. And it sounds ridiculous. Sounds like they do loads of tiny ones. They don't. These 100 cuts include chopping your leg off and things like that. But I think the nearest I could probably imagine was when I got a swarm. I was swarmed by mosquitoes, and it's like you've got all these. I think we feel pain. Pain. Everyone hates pain, but pain's brilliant because without it, you'll be dead before you got to about 4 weeks old. You need to know what you can't do because if you don't, you'll do it, and that ain't going to help you. But the problem with having a multitude of points of pain, I think that probably confuses your brain, quite a lot. I think that probably confuses you. Like you are here, no here, there's a bit more here. And then I think the brain probably has to, it has to probably think economically about this. And like, right, okay, so where's the most pain? Let's rank these. Where does it hurt the most? What do I have to stop doing, like sitting on that cut or writing with that cut on your finger? What one do I have to stop doing or treat first? And that, Scrubs, is a little bit of a life lesson for the end of the year. yeah, I'm very tired. Paddy, he came in with a compliment, and he softened me up, you see, and now he's going to tell me how to run my bloody life. Haven't I got enough people telling me what to do, Burns? It would be good if you did D-Live stuff. You'd be able to speak more freely. Well, not really, actually, because it's not a question of not being able to say it. It's a question of not wanting it recorded. And so, and also, Paddy, this channel's about proactivity. There's not a lot. You know what? The truth is, and people aren't going to want to hear this, because of the nature of my strategy, I can actually say pretty much what I want here. Yeah, that might rub a few people up the wrong way. Because I don't want to have conversations that get you in trouble. Because how am I meant to get other people on board? How are we meant to spread that message? Oh, I want to tell you something, but don't repeat it. I want to tell you something, but, or can't say this. It's not to pretend that we're not being censored. It's not to pretend that I'm not censoring myself. Of course I am. I'm playing the game. But those able to adapt the fastest to the changing environment tend to survive. And that doesn't mean it's surviving, but like a Clockwork Orange, being useless. It means surviving with a reason, with a mission. Mousecat had once had hurt by Rosebush. I once had hurt by Rosebush. Oh, are you learning to read? Learning to write is what I should have said, but I'm clearly learning to think. Davis, better late than never. What, Hugh or me? I don't understand. Sarah has obviously had a little look, because when our French thinker, Georges Bataille, can you stop that now? When our French friend, Georges Bataille, found some pictures of the 100 pieces of this figure stuck on a spike, with the meat cut off his breasts, and you can see the ribs and a saw halfway through his leg. Someone actually sawing it. Photographs of this. We have covered this on this channel, and loads of people watching. This was in 1905. It's the last recorded. It's the last recorded time that they actually performed the 100 pieces on a Chinaman in China. I think it was for treason, but it might have been stealing apples. I always get it confused with the geezer they hung, drawn and quartered in the opening chapter to Discipline and Punish by Foucault. So it was either treason or stealing apples. I mean, at this stage, if you're being hung, drawn and quartered, or the 100 pieces, if it's one or the other, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Either way. But what Georges Bataille said is the photographs of the bloke who's being cut in half and having all these bits of skin chopped off, his face is neither in ecstasy or in agony. You can't tell. And he bases the old book on that lack of ability to distinguish this expression of ecstasy or agony. So it's interesting stuff. It's amazing that there's photos of it. Georges Bataille said nothing in his life has struck him and stayed with him like those images. So they're the most potent images of anything he's ever seen. It's an interesting book. I think it's in Images of Eros. The name of the book, I think, is Images of Eros. But it might not be, because I am prone to get things wrong. Alan, Happy New Year to you, my friend. A whole new year beckons. It does. I like the new year. It feels, I mean, I know Christmas is Christmas, and I had a nice Christmas. But the new year, it's the new year. It's like, right, it's a time for reflection. It's a time to just pause a little bit and sort of take an inventory of where you're going and what's happening and what needs work and what you want to achieve this year. I can remember being an angry young communist and be like, people would be like, Happy New Year, Chris. And I'll be like, as if I'm going to celebrate a calendar. Yeah? Oh, cringe. I hear people do it. I only say it because I hear people do it today. What? It's just another day. What? Just because of the calendar? As if I'm, what? Now you ask me to go and get drunk because of numbers. Oh, what kind of idiot do you think I am? That kind of idiot, Dangerfield. Snap out of it. Stop being a dick. Understand symbolism. Understand your culture, because they're taking it from you. And you know what you're doing? You're letting them have it. You're letting them have it by going, oh, I'm not going to celebrate a bloody number. What, you think I'm some kind of maths party, man? So poor. Thank you, Alan, and all the best for the new year. Right, let me sort out Twitch and let me get that grift on. Twitch. I know it's very, very early in sunny England. What's the weather there like today? If Jess is scratching ice off of her car, I imagine it's a little bit chilly. It's a bit chilly. It's a little bit chilly. Hello, mate. What's weather like? It's a bit chilly. Hang on, I'm just sorting out my Twitch. ZG is leaving behind. He's leaving this year behind, and it's what he's looking forward to. Lovely. I mean, lovely that that's proactivity, isn't it? Right, hang on. Edit stream info. Just chatting. You know, there was a stream earlier this week, and I had over 400 people pop in from Twitch. It's a good channel. It's a shame I'm not a little bit more appealing, but to have over 400 people pop their heads in and go, hello. Apparently, if you turn up on the home page, which can happen, apparently, they just put you on the home page for like a couple of minutes. Apparently, you can get thousands. And also, flammadiddler. Never like an Englishman to exaggerate about the weather. It's Baltic. Apparently, another thing I hear about Twitch is you occasionally get these Arabs who, for pleasure, for fun, they go on Twitch and like donate like $100,000 to someone for the laughs. Yeah. Here we go. So there you go. That's Twitch sorted. Let's get this grift on. Oh, what? Talking to yourself. I haven't had any food this morning. I haven't had anything. All my days, Sarah. Lovely. I bet you are. Best of luck with all of that. 3D Time Space has seen 100,000 super chats in one hit. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Speaking of which, sign in. Oh, what is all this verify me lark? Oh, there's something unusual about your activity. Is there really? I do it every day. And the girlfriend's called me and I missed the call and I asked her to buy me some milk and she's going to say, I called you and you didn't tell me what one you want. So I got you this. It says UHT on it. Is that what you want for your cornflakes? No. I mean, I've ruined my milk. I'm going to put my phone on. I've ruined my bloody cereal now by not answering the phone. This is what this whole year has been like. It's been one of those years. In many ways, 2020 has been the year where I missed the milk phone call. Oh, sorry, people. I was up all night. Yeah, oh, yeah. Getting the novel done. Yeah. Ploughing through it. It's very good. I'm a little bit worried that nothing happens for the first 50 pages. That could be considered an issue in some literary circles, but they will be all pedantic about, oh, nothing happens, nothing's happening. Well, what is this obsession in books with things happening? What is this obsession with stories? Anyway, I think I owe this to Alan. Alan. Right, personnel of the glorious House of Scrubbage. All right, you can support this channel using the super chat function, which is $, just down there, like Alan just did. Alan. Or you can use Entropy. I've just put the link in the description. Entropy is better for me. You don't give YouTube a penny if you use Entropy either, but it's entirely up to you. Arnold Lane, can you give an overview? Yeah, believe me, you're the only person here who almost certainly doesn't pretty much know that entire book already off by heart. But I'll give you a short summary. Heroin addict, old middle-aged heroin addict, goes to Thailand to withdraw from heroin and catch up with his Thai affair bird. He had an affair with bird. And that's it. That's it. That's your lot. What do you think about that? What do you think about that as a what did we used to call them? Treatment. What do you think about turning up at the publishers with that one? I've got one for you, boss. You're never going to be able to live it. You're never going to be able to let it go. I've got it. It's the greatest story ever told. Man tries to go off smack. Yep. There you go. Chrissy. I have got... Excuse me. Morning, Chris and Scrubs. Morning to you, Chrissy. Nice one on that donation. The European housewife is in here. Lovely. There for Lights is giving me novel writing advice. It's too late. It's too late for all that. Hello, European housewife. I'm really looking forward to having you on the channel. It's going to be lovely. Oh, hang on. Here comes the wrong milk. But you've got the right milk. What is that you're wearing? Look at what she's wearing. Come here. Please come in. No, put it on. Please, no, you put it on, please. She's got a visor, like a COVID visor. No one has got it. COVID. Not COVID. Please put it on. Please. Please. No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm not laughing at you. It looks lovely. Please, just show them.
My friend may know.
Why have you got it? What have you got it for? No, put it on. Put it on. Just put it on. Please. Play. I'll play. All right, go. Come on.
Hello, my friend.
Finish now. I'm talking to someone. Thank you for getting the milk, darling. I see there's a bit of chocolate in there as well. Lovely. Why have you got this?
Rowing.
Not for COVID, no?
No.
What's it for then? What's it for? Not COVID. Wind. It's a facial wind guard. Is it? It's a facial wind guard. Come on. Right, put that in the freezer, please. Right, okay. Well, there you go. So she's there's like 6 people in the whole country with COVID.
Go to the one here.
one person in the whole country. Sorry, people, about the distraction there. That's no good. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Let me do what I do so that the entropy people get the same treatment as the. What is that? I don't. Oh, thanks, love. Is that for me?
Yeah.
Doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Nice one. Right, where the hell am I? What am I doing? What planet am I on? Right, hang on. Right, what's going on now? Why can't I see that? Hello, sorry, people. I'd like to just share this image with you briefly, is the word I was after. Nice one, Mr. Burns. Very kind of you. Paddy says, Happy New Year, Dangefield. You're a good lad, Dange. I hope 2021 will be a belter for you. And he drops a cockle. Nice one, Paddy. Much appreciated. I hope you have a cracker too. I absolutely do. There you go. Are novels and autobiographies mutually exclusive? No, it's a autobiographical novel. That's it. All my work is. I don't make shit up. Oh no. You think it might be a new kind of sunglass? I like the way she's trying to spin it as not being COVID though. Because what else could it be? Okay. She's getting proper angry. Nice, good love. Well done. How much do you pay for that? $1. $1. I suppose that's not bad. See you later, Nora. I'll see you next year, Nora. Yeah, the nice one, Visionary Companion. Nice one for noticing that. Hello, Ragnar. But that's what she said, Flammadiddler. That's what she said. She honestly said it's wind. Sarah doesn't like. You know what? I'll pay for this. Sarah, don't worry. Don't. She knows how to balance things up a bit later. Don't you worry. $10 over there. Look at that. IP freely wins when he says, "I wouldn't buy that for $1." Good work. Good work. Lee says you were talking about the dark web yesterday. Have you seen Ron Swanson channel? I have not seen Ron Swanson channel. Never heard of it or anything. So that's interesting. Something to check out maybe. Claire Bear says it's Friday here. Where are you? New Zealand? I think New Zealand wins the New Year's race, doesn't it? Annually. I think my mother was in New Zealand when it happened. That's the one, Tyler? That's the one I want to see all over the place. There you go. Right. So look, I think we'll be. Oh, that looks nice. No, not for me now.
No.
Oh, she's angry. She's got the Be nice. Stop showing off now. Come on. Right. Right. Look at that. They're 10 quid for 15 on Amazon. Someone's making a fortune, aren't they? Good lord. Dino says it's 9:15 p.m. What, in NZ? Of course it is. Or do you know? How are you, mate? Palmer says, is Ron Swanson that guy Atwood has on about pedos on the dark web? Look, you can literally scare anyone about anything by dropping in the. Thanks, love. And there goes the sunlight. She just decided to pull the blind down. Okay. Come on, man. The channel is called Surviving Life. All right. Okay. So that is him. I mean, I've been on the dark. I've been on the dark, not so much anymore, but I was on there for about 8 years, and like I said, I only ever heard about one bit of paedophilia, and he got done or something. Good morning, Nicola. Claire, where are you? Where are you? Where are you to be on Friday? There you go, Mr. Calls. Interesting, isn't it? Interesting. Dog-faced pony soldier tested positive for the coof yesterday. Sorry to hear that. Stuck in the house now for 10 days. Don't feel that bad, to be honest. Well, I've known about how many? Daughter of Albion got a bit of the coof. Devon Tracy had it twice. My friend's mum had it. Now you. I mean, you know, I think people get it. Claire Bear says she is New Zealand, but Dino's New Zealand, and he was suggesting that it's 9 o'clock, or is New Zealand really long? Is it a latitudinal stretch? Chona! Illuminatus, did you have it? You had the coof. Good Lord. Oh, you're joking. That was fun. Thanks for that. Whatever happened to her? She's all right. She's been really busy. You know, she works. It was when she was streaming on my channel every other day, she was off work for a while, but she's back at work, so she only gets the weekend off. And when you only get 2 days off, it's hard when someone like me goes, do you want to come on my stream? Do you want to stream with me? Do you want to stream with me? Do you want to stream with me? And then it's been Christmas and New Year, but she'll be on, don't worry. Alan, will I have a show later? Let's sort this out right now. Darling, my love, are we going out tonight?
Yeah.
Is there fireworks up there?
Yeah.
Bang. Well,
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. So will I be back tonight to do a stream video tonight, me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but it won't. Yeah, no, nice one. It won't be it won't be around. It won't be around the. What do you call it? It won't be around midnight. It'll be around sort of the usual time, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It'll be around the normal time. An Austrian MP tested a glass of Coke. The poor beverage tested positive for COVID. Doesn't inspire hope, but we know it's a scam. I thought that was a joke at first, Riggs, but I'm sure that was just a typo. So, interesting. I mean, I think it exists. Let's be fair. There is a COVID. The coof is there, but it's just been dealt with. I would say, and you've got to be careful about this stuff. People talking about old Paddy earlier, talking about things I can say. You've got to be careful. But I just think it's been, how should we say, exploited. It's been exploited. Marwood said that the New Zealand New Year is in 2.5 hours. So, yeah, it's not going to be that long because I've got to go and buy a hearing aid. Steady. It's not for me. Friend of my girlfriend in the provinces, his hearing aid's busted. So we've got to go and buy him a new one. It's quite funny, actually. I said, well, let's ring up and call a few places first. But my girlfriend doesn't know what it's called. Hello, Jock of Ages, who's just said mental. I think there's an element of that involved. Yes. Vart. Three Stooges. It's very hard. We'll do another one for sure, and you've got to catch it live as well. That way we can say whatever we want, and as Hugh usually does. Not today though. Very unlikely. Complete. That's not happening today. But for sure, probably I'd say within the next 2 weeks. You know, it just feels like there's one coming round. And I think that the Three Stooges is becoming quite interesting as a groupage, because the three of us have changed quite dramatically. When we first, we all also share a lot in common politically, but in terms of strategy, in terms of focus, I think we've all moved quite far away from each other, which makes for better conversation. So I think they're getting better. I think we've matured a lot, not as people, but ideologically and intellectually around these ideas. So there's more of a debate rather than just all agreeing, because that's a bit dull. Hello, Craigs. Hello, Wolfie. Well, Casrelda, I think this is going to happen, but rather than try and explain that and then her think that I'm just lazy, because I can be lazy when it involves driving around looking for a hearing aid shop in the rush hour traffic. We'll just go there. I mean, we've got the other one, we've got the old one, so they think that they can just mimic it, but I think you've got to be there and have it fitted and all that. So Sarah is quick to point out she hasn't matured, which is all right. Hello, Mr. Powell. Nice to see you. IP Freely drops a cockle. Nice one, IP. He says this: Happy New Year. Just try to sing it. Is it like a singing telegram? Happy New Year there, Chris. Happy New Year. Scrubs is raising a glass to a better one in 2021. I would like to party if I had one to go to. 0. Oh, that went downhill. Sorry, mate. I've got no friends. Sorry about that. Well, I don't think anyone's going to be getting any invites this year. I guarantee there'll be some internet activity around midnight. Surely someone's gonna do that. I would, if I didn't have the missus here, I really would. I would get up at the crack of dawn, and I would do that. But I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. That would mean getting up at 6 a.m. and I'll be going to bed at about 5:30. So. Sorry. Thank you, IP Freely. I like that. Oh God, John Francis has dropped an absolute bombshell. He says, I think we'll look back at 2020 with fond nostalgia. He thinks things are going to get worse. Oh God, John, come on, John. SB has made a point of pointing out that we like to party, much like Aurora Shebang. Flammer Diddler has just waded in without care, without absolute care, like some kind of intellectual assassin, and he's just dropped it. He just went debt creation, debt cancellation, the Great Reset, the old Hegelian dialectic. There you go. I'll give you that. Regal loves waking up on New Year's Day with a clear head. Me too. Oh, me too. I remember those days when I didn't wake up with a clear head, when I woke up with residual acid in my head going, oh, thank the Lord for not taking drugs. The Visionary Companion, VC, says, I still catch myself saying stupid shit and shudder not long afterwards. That's all right, though, isn't it? That's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. We're all allowed a little bit of silly shit, I think. It's too much to expect yourself to be always on the ball. Unless you're Johnny Ball. And then you're always on. Yeah. Let's see what I tried to do then was both explain it and demonstrate it. Which was all right. Yeah, we are just having Knox and Curie. This is the maddest one, isn't it? Pub shut, borders open, tells you everything you need to know, really. But again, if this is your cup of tea, if this is your cup of COVID, Cullen's your man. Cullen Jaman, what a year he's had on his channel. It was lovely to see Woes Woes said that his channel has been the best this year. I think that was a nice thing to say. Keys to the Kingdom says, I always say crap. Come on, Keys. I'm sure you don't. Tech Roach, hello, mate. Good to see you, as ever. That is wonderful. Yeah. All that. I'm not NA clean. I've never pretended to be, but I'm not the mess I was. And it's taken work, and it was work well spent. Craggs absolutely says something incredible, because what I've been reading over the last 24 hours is, you know, I was almost ready to let go of it. I almost let the mainstream media do the job they're clearly trying to do, you know, the endless demoralization. But a couple of things have happened over the last 24 hours regarding the fried erection, as we call it in these parts, to make me think, yet again, it's still far from over. Because if you ask yourself, where are you getting your information from? Well, the mainstream media, and the mainstream media. Not really a lot to go on, is it? Rigby's just woken up. That's all right, mate. It's about that time of day, isn't it? Wriggle says, everyone is saying 2020 is bad, but I found my missus this year, and I love it for that. She came back down on the first lockdown. How lovely is that? How absolutely beautiful is that, Wriggle? Look at that. He's absolutely located a moment of beauty, a diamond in the rough, should we say? Nice one, Wriggle. I hope you say things like that to her. If you haven't, at midnight tonight, put your arms around her, give her a little, not too sensual, more than erotic kiss, and say to her, you know, there's been a lot of negativity and bad news in 2020, but I'll always remember it as the year I got with you. And she'll be absolutely gagging for it. Okay, I tell you what, we've got a firework display here today because there's no lockdown and no one's dying of the coof, and everyone will be allowed out, and it's wonderful. And also out here, the firework displays, because everything's cheap as chips out here, it goes on for about an hour and it fills the sky. It's not like, no, it's this sort of a cornucopia of burning magnesium. It's just incredible, really. You actually start getting neck ache. I think tonight we might lay down. We'll take a couple of cushions up there. It'll be heaving up there tonight. And by up there, I mean Modele. Modele. That's the old. That sounds Cambodian, doesn't it? You know I'm speaking Cambodian when I say Modele. I get in tuk-tuks and I go, Modele. And they go, what? I go, Modele. And they're like, what? And then my girlfriend goes, Modele. And they go, oh, okay, Riverside. Hello, Dr. Jimmy. Did you get my message from Shell Bob's? She was well chuffed with what you'd done about the kitchen. I can film it, but fireworks look terrible on phones, don't they? They look rubbish. It's when it fills your visual area, when it feels, even your periphery, when it goes out this wide, it's incredible. And two, there's something a bit wrong about experiencing real life through a phone. I want to just be there and enjoy it and be part of it. So the answer is no. Pagan takes us back to 2016 and a typo. Chardonnay, amazing. That's incredible. Arnold Lane has made a little joke saying that Mo Delay sounds like a lazy Arab. And they all. Nice one, Jimmy. Well, apparently the thanks are all for you. All for you. DJ Painkiller. Morning, everyone. I'm waiting for a job to come in. So let me wish Dangerfield and everyone an happy new year now. See you in 2021. Love ya. Well, DJ Painkiller. Right, everyone. Let's do a communal mind explosion for DJ Painkiller's job. Right, ready? Put your fingers on your temples. All right. Keep your head straight. Go like this. And then just when you build up enough energy, that, my friend, is in the bag. Just be sure to let us know when you get that job, and you can thank us later. Yep, there's his novel. Some stories are easier titled than others, aren't they, ZG? Nate Spurs has had the best year of his life. You don't need to apologise. We're not like that round here. You know that, Mr. Spurs. I'm glad for you. Brilliant. I know why as well. I feel like I'm part of it. I feel like I'm a small amount of that is as me to blame. But good. Rise of the Right says that Way of the World did a great video on the erection. Now, let's be honest. He makes cracking content, Way of the World, but I find some of it, I just that music and that voice, it just depresses me. I think, look, I'll be serious here. Look, can I just say that he makes cracking content. Lot of effort, well made, very well presented, production values, dare I say. But I don't know if it's for me anymore. I think that's for people at a certain. I think he performs a great function for people at a certain part in a certain position, a certain way along the journey. And I struggle with it, is the answer. But he's a lovely bloke and it's great content. Oh, do you know what that is?
I don't know.
It's not good for you. You're not going to like it. Can't believe she's opened my Park 5 without asking. Darling, listen, be careful because it's one of them. You know? Yeah, not nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, but darling, don't drink it all, love. It's not good for you.
What is it?
It's not good for you. Yeah, let me taste it. I haven't even tasted it. Fucking gross.
Too much sugar.
That tasted like Red Bull squared. I'm so glad she's throwing that away. Keys to the Kingdom just wants to know, how long can this erection drama go on? Well, it would appear that Republicans are starting to stand up and say, I ain't having it. I'm not supporting the certification. And they have to, for everyone that stands up and says, I refuse to accept the certification. Yeah, nice one, love. Yeah.
$5.
For everyone that stands up and says that, for every district, they have to debate it for 2 hours. And already, like 3 of them have or something. So there's already 6 hours they're going to have to debate it. So it ain't over. It ain't over till it's over. Noxie and Curie has found friends during the lockdown. House of Scrubbage, especially. Lovely, nice one. Lil Bullet doesn't care that I don't want to film it. Film it. I'll get a bit of it. I'll get you a little bit of it. But I promise you, it'll be a letdown because it's tiny and rubbish. But I will film a little bit of it for you. Yeah, John, I'll give you that. The old something might happen as kind of defines to an extent the Trumpian legacy. But as our friend Mr. G. Johnson said, the difference between Trump and Biden, Trump's not our man, but Biden is our enemy. And that's a difference. That's the real difference. You think there's problems now. You wait till those psychopaths get in power. Keys to the Kingdom has said probably one of the most peculiar comments that we've had around here, and that's saying something. I have a mate who drank too much energy drink, ruined his sphincter. Is that how you spell it? It was good enough. I don't know, but it was good enough. But what a thing to damage. Yes, Sally, I think so. Buy us another 4 years. What I'd like to have seen, well, as I've said before, wouldn't it have been wonderful if the media weren't Marxists and they got behind Trump and his missus? What a president and first lady they'd have made, on the front of Time and just celebrated. It would have just been wonderful. And then I'd like to have seen another 4 years of Trump, and then I'd like to have seen Pence. I'm serious. But there's plenty of time left, though. I don't know. The answer is I don't know. Beth Shibanuma says Biden is going to lock down America and open the borders. It's quite it's almost like you've chosen the most ridiculous thing you could possibly do, and that's it. Yeah, I think so, our pal. I think so. Yes, Alan, it could have been like that. She's incredible. What a beautiful lady, and what a success story of the American dream. She was like a European immigrant, went to America, done what she had to do to earn a pound note, married the president, married a multi-millionaire, and ended up in the White House. It's such a beautiful story. But no, out there they compare her to Michelle Obama. It's like, yeah. If you really want to know the difference between reality and the mainstream media story, just remember that they suggested that Michelle Obama is a more beautiful woman than Melania Trump. Are you sure about that? Because not even on the inside. That's the thing. It's one of the best memes ever, isn't it, our pal? It's Big Mike. It's so good. Hello, face cuck. Yeah, I think it will. I think it could be quite the day. It's brilliant, Colin. It's just one of the best. It's a bit nasty as well, but yeah, she's what a natural beauty, but not just that. The way she holds herself, her style, the way she presents, just an incredible woman. She's an 11 out of 10 woman. Rufus, I can't put that on the screen, mate. Marwood's wish for next year is to become an inner sanctum scrub, not just a lonely lurker. Marwood, you're well on the way, mate. You're well on the way. It's already Marwood. Don't you worry, mate. I'll have a word with the people in charge. We'll see what we can do. Absolutely, Mr. Spurs. She's got, she's virgin on perfect. And the way the media, It's just, again, if you want to see the difference between the hyper-real world that the media pretend we live in and reality, read those articles where they actually try and cast her as being unpleasant on the eye. And they do. They try and make out that she wears ridiculous clothes and that let's just have a look at this woman, shall we? I know we've covered this before, but I think it's only fair that we balance the truth from the lies. I mean, look, I just put her name in. Oh, it's a shame I can't get a bigger one of that. Right, hang on. I will copy that. I'll pop that in there. So let's just have a look at this goblin, this freak. Really? I mean, steady, people. I mean, awful looking thing. What the fuck are you talking about? Just amazing. She's just like, it's just and so wonderfully European. I don't know where they get their silly ideas from. Am I absolutely trying to in any way dish that? Dish? I can't. I'm tripping over my words. She's so beautiful. Nate says, have a good one and all. I'm off to meet my own beauty now. Go, you run along, Mr. Spurs. You have a cracker. Give it a little bit of a, oh God, I can't even think of my tie anymore. Give it a bit of a swidey cup from me. Hello, love. I will have a little bit of the Picari sweat. Thank you. Now she wants my water. Let's just have one more picture of. She's just lovely. Look at this last one. I know this is a bit dry as far as content goes. I mean, we're having a very relaxing stream anyway, but I think she needs to be celebrated occasionally because she's an absolute beauty. Look at that. Oh, hang on. I turned her around. Lovely. That beautiful smile. That perfect snout. Yeah, rough as monkeys. Ugh. And you know, it's what's beautiful about it is she's actually a living example of all the things they talk about. You know, she come from nothing and sort of worked her way up as an immigrant. and it's been a real struggle for them to condemn her and slag her off, and you just can't. She has missed a bullet, and that's that's where we know beauty will come from. Yes, yeah. And what defines a Bond girl? They pick the hottest girls out there. You know, it's quite something. Oh, Dino, but Wriggle, it's true. You know, is there any just everything about her? And yes, IP Freely, that's what I'm saying. They've absolutely trashed her. It's awful. Oh, Dino, Nox in Curie says her visage is like a middle finger to the spiteful mutants. Yeah, they must really hate her. This figure of female beauty, perfection, a European female beauty, just walking around the White House in like a $4,000 handmaid's dress. Dino, mother walked in on me watching some rather saucy content this morning. After a brief awkward silence, she said, "Why is he wearing that funny hat? Oi, you Bravo. I see what you've done there. For a minute, I was thinking, where the Lord is this going? Nice one, Bravo. Oh, my God. You'll be surprised how You'll be surprised how quickly I get pictures of Melania off the screen. Hang on, people. Give me a second. How do I do it? What do I do? I do that. I do that. I've got to get those pictures off my computer because my missus will wonder why. And it'll be far too much trying to explain that to her. Because the media said she's ugly. What? People, I just want to share this from Zeitgeist, who's been very generous over this year with his donations. Zeitgeist says this, he gives me 50 Australian dollars. If our American brothers and sisters roll over and allow this travesty to happen, we are funked. We are funked. I think I tell you what, obviously, Zeitgeist, obviously, thank you very much. Very generous, as you frequently are to this channel. I get a little bit. I don't want to attack them. I don't want to say roll over, because it's a bit like saying we've rolled over. Thinking about what they've done to us. I think I know what you mean, though, at the same time. But I think there's an element here where even if Trump does leave the White House, I'm not sure the farce and the fools that will be left in there, the people that are going to replace him, are going to last very long. I honestly mean this. I don't think they've got a chance. I don't think they know what they're doing. Their crazy ideas are just absurd. And I think that a lot of America, including the blacks, the Asians, the Hispanics, are going to just start thinking, this is a nonsense. This is an absolute nonsense. And the cat's out the bag. The internet exists. The internet's not going away. Our ability to speak freely is growing, if anything. I mean, bear that in mind. Bloke about town. Meanwhile, the MSN lord over how beautiful the black trans queer plus size woman in the Calvin Klein ads. Yeah, let's have a look at that. There's quite a good then and now around. If you saw what I just typed in to get this image, if the MSN saw it, I'm going to put it onto my picture software so that we can see it a bit bigger. So let's just have a look at the reality of the situation, okay? So Melania is awful to look at, and yet this is what the mainstream media have been lauding and poring over as progress. Remember that. Progress, right? This is progress, people. Remember that. And you know what? And I'm not going to go down this road. I don't want to piss anyone off. But when I talk about what you wear and what clothes you choose to wear, and when I say to you, if you're giving money to corporations that hate you, remember that hate us. You know what I mean by that? That's progress. That's the future. That's the future you're funding when you're involving yourself in the clothes that come from those corporations. That's the future you're funding. Remember that. this isn't a complicated point I'm making. And this isn't me, keeps talking about suits. You don't have to wear suits. You can wear a nice pair of trousers and a nice shirt, but you don't have to fund corporations that call that progress. You don't have to. No, you don't know. Do you not know that, Nicola? No, that's absolute legit. That's a legitimate Calvin Klein advert that went up all over America. I think it's only a couple of years old. And let's compare it to something from 10 years ago. Hang on. There you are, an absolute classic. A lady I've oh no, it's not who I thought it was. Well, hang on, let's have a look at another image that Calvin Klein used to use. Now, spot the difference. What a change, eh? What a change. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I would rather my daughter be inspired by this woman. I'd rather my daughter be inspired to look after herself. Not obsess over beauty, but understand as a woman, beauty is relevant to her. Much like as a man, earning potential is, if I had a boy, I'd want him to understand that the earning potential is relevant to him, and strength and ability to make decisions. It's absolutely. I beg you to not give these people any of your money anymore. It's not that simple. I don't think it is. I work in marketing, and there's very little traction in shock. I don't know. How do you say? You don't sell things by shocking people. You get information out of people by shocking them. You torture people by shocking them. Hello, JG. How are you? Nice to see you. See you later, Manny Moo. Happy New Year, my friend. Hello, John. John's getting his whistle sorted. John's back with the old sapphire. Antox says, all I got from it is that they do big pants. But what a change, eh? What a change! What a change! Sorry, I'm just looking at Calvin Klein ads through the ages, and it's heartbreaking. Here we go. Hello, Priata. What's the old bugger? You realise you've just rocked up and we've hit magic 1 hour and 5 minutes. Oh, we'll go a little bit longer, but me and the missus have got to go and told we can't buy a hearing aid unless a bloke is there. Hello, Deadbeat Chess. Sorry I'm late. Check out a Ryan Long vid called How We Advertise Now. That sounds very interesting. Let me just make a note of that. How we advertise now. Ryan Long. I certainly will. That's right, up my Strasse. It's been a very no. Hello, Alfred. Hope you're all right, mate. It has been a very relaxing stream. We've just been chatting, really. Robert Rushworth, 100% agree. I will not ever give them my money again. I treated myself last week and spent over $2,000 on 2 pairs of shoes and English clothes. If they're quality garms, you'll get a decade at least. If the shoes are quality, you'll get 2 decades out of them looked after, really. Well done, Robert. I'm really, really proud and happy that you just done that and that you just said that. And you'll look better for it. Lil Bullet, I still think Marilyn Monroe is beauty personified. Yeah, a beautiful woman, without a doubt. A tragedy, though. A tragedy. Terribly sad. Terribly sad that no one looked after her. Terribly sad how no one looked after her. Knock Knock. Thanks for the donation, Little Bullet. Knock Knock says it's called How Companies Advertise Now. I'll be very interested in that. Oh, Lord. I don't know where I left my note now. Sorry I'm taking so long. I write in Chinese characters these days because I'm not a nationalist, apparently. Thank you, Knock Knock. I appreciate that. Hang on. Who got knighted? What's this? Colonel Custard. Oh, hey, Colonel Custard. Is that you in that? Is that you in your avatar? Is that you? Because hang on, let's show myself. Just on yesterday's stream, I said that I offered out to do some advanced stretching, and about 30 of the scrubs are up for it. So at some point in the new year, I'm going to turn the camera around, get my mat out over there, and I'm not pretending it's a yoga class because I'm not a yoga teacher, but I have been doing yoga for over 20 years. So we're going to do some basic stretching, and I've just noticed that, which, if I'm right, is the crane pose, but you're going to have to straighten those arms out, so I'll make it a crane pose. But it's very good. I'm assuming you do some kind of yoga or maybe some kind of martial arts. Maybe you'll be interested in coming to the advanced stretching stream. Anyway, Custard says, oh, that's a great pose. I can do it. But when you do the crane, you have to straighten those arms up. And it's quite the pose. Anyway, I was enjoying the new remake of All Creatures Great and Small earlier this year. Great clothes. Yeah, it's wonderful schmutter. And no enrichment. Then the Christmas special was on and the progressives have got hold of it. I didn't think that was going there because the old All Creatures Great and Small, the original, was also brilliant. The clothes are fantastic. There you go. It can't be Christmas without them ruining everything. I thought I heard a... And I thought I saw Deadbeat Chesses. There you go. Deadbeat Chess. Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. Nice one, Deadbeat Chess. Let me see if I can find someone doing the crane pose with the old arm straightened. There you go. It's a bit of a dirty old black and white photo. Looks like something from The Joy of Sex. But you'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean there, Colonel Custard. When I show you. Thank you, Deadbeat Chess. That's lovely. Lil Bullet drops a lady. If you do a yoga stream, you'll have your girly fans dripping like a jewel. Oh, Mr. Bullet, warn me if you're gonna. Good Lord, thanks for the donation. I've left it up long enough for people to enjoy it. I used to live on one of those George Foreman grills. When you're all junked up, you cook everything. You just chuck everything in it. Just shut the lid, and 20 minutes later, come back and it's all cooked. Like literally, like you get a lump of beef, like mincemeat, throw a slab in there, throw some vegetables in it, bit of salt, bit of pepper, clunk it closed. It's fucking gross. Here is. There is Colonel Custard, and he calls that position the puffin pose. Well, in Iyengar yoga, it's called the crane, but you have to straighten your arms. If people can see that picture of Colonel Custard, I'll now show you it with his straight arms. Try it later, Mr. Custard, because the straightening the arms is what makes a difference. There you go. See what I mean? I apologize for the mid-1970s hairless head sex man, but that's quite the pose. Now, you look at that, you'd think I couldn't do that with my my weak arms. I suppose it's a planche of sorts. I preferred it's a planche. I suppose it's a planche of sorts, but I can't do a planche with my legs out. But I can do that, and you will see me do that in the stream. You'll be surprised how easy it is. Not really. It's fucking well difficult. But look, I don't have big arms. I'm not like a... But I can do that. I can get that lift. It's not about arm strength. It's about balance. It's about balance. Visionary companion thought it was gross. Wriggle says, how do you know it's a he? Oh, my days. Imagine. Well, these days, sorry to assume, eh? Our pal, nothing. Shatting also gets out of bed like that every morning. I'm not sure whether that's a good thing. Oh, Mr. Paul says it's the old knees up planche. Knees up, mother planche. Knees up, mother planche. Cece says you're wiry. That's very kind of you. While I understand your attraction, I don't think you'd like to see that, actually. Well, Grego, you know, if you reach round, it always helps. Oh, no, likewise. Oh, sorry, Mr. Companion. I knew the bloke that published it. I knew the bloke that made his millions out of publishing it. I used to drink with him in the French house in Soho for about 2 years. You know, and in the French house, you don't have those silly conversations like, so what do you do? Where are you from? You know, you're straight into the heavy stuff or the light stuff, but not where are you from and what do you do. And after about 2 years, it came up. I can picture him now, the fella. And he went, well, I made all my money in publishing, of course. I went, really? I went, what, fiction? He went, I suppose you could call it that, the joy of sex. I went, no way. Tanky says, the drug mule pose. Just stay there for a couple of minutes. Ready? Grit your teeth. Marwood wants to know if stretching for the remote is considered a yoga move. Well, Marwood, what we could do is we could do a practical stretching session. You know, like last night, my missus was giving me a nice face massage, but the light on the wall, the light on the ceiling behind her was a bit much in my eyes. So while she was doing it, so I didn't have to move, I managed to move my leg round and turn the light off. So we could do the face massage big toe light switcher, which is a classic. There's all sorts of things to do. Well, Regal, you should have been there, mate. Awful. One of the worst moments of my life. You know, literally just liters of claret coming out, and there you go, SB. That old chestnut, isn't it? No, Jared, I've got a fake one that I use for demonstrations. It's all right. It's all right. Oh, excuse me. Wing commander. He's passing. He's got sciatica, but I've seen people cured of their sciatica through yoga. I just borrow it. I get it for streams, you know. I have to take it back later. Pagman 3. Pagan Pagman. Happy New Year. He's over on the old Twitcheratus. We're over on the old YouTube, but it's still Happy New Year, Pagan Man 3. I was flinching doing it, Riggs. Yeah, it's an absolute. It absolutely happened. Mr. Lane senses his time is nigh. Time to go, is it? I think someone just. Yeah. Well, it was sellotape, but yeah. It was just madness. What a time to live. We're kind. It's kind of New Year's Eve, you know. We're a few people have. You're all right, Mr. Lane. You hang around here. You're all right. You're respectful. You're friendly enough. The only thing, look, you can disagree with everything everyone in here is. The only thing I won't put up with is just people being shitty. Because we've spent a lot of time and effort building this community, and people just coming here going, you know, don't let people come into my house and act like an arsehole. Mr. H, yeah, my mate had a one-night stand and only noticed the next morning that she had one arm. Yeah, I pulled a bird on acid who turned out to have no hands and a back that was called a partially inverted spine or something. Wasn't pleasant. Yeah, I was a different person at the time though, CC. I was quite a different person. Priata, are you on again late? I am, but because of the time difference, unfortunately, it's not going to be the sort of the midnight stream I think people would prefer, because that's like 6 a.m. here, and I just can't. I've got the girlfriend here, and I just can't. But I'll probably be on at the usual time, you know, or an hour early, so 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock this afternoon. Nice one, Edward, for that donation. Arnold, but why do you hate my politics? Do you not believe that do you not believe that all people of the world should have an ancestral homeland to call their own? Well, I don't understand what there is to hate about that. There you go. Blair asked the same question. Oh no, I see. Yeah. I certainly can. Unfortunately, he's a lefty. Hate lefties. I don't know what that means. I don't hate anyone. I haven't got the energy for it. Knox in Curie says, I can't wait for the 4 p.m. stream. Jess and I are conspiring on something. Oh, good Lord. What's going on here? We are nowhere near having lost our culture. Not even close. It's actually still the dominant one the world over. We've got plenty to fight for. Come on, Craigs. Get out of that, mate. Get out of that. Hello, Frank Frankenstein. Yeah, I was very interested in what Luke was talking about on Millennial the other night, about that independence, about not being domesticated by the state. I mean, I think there's a politics will be part of the solution, but just part of it. Good Lord. Good try, John. That'll be interesting. That will be interesting. Linda's encouraging a little bit of liking while the haters have got a day off. Oh, nice one, Lionel. We haven't lost our culture. We're rediscovering it. Great one. And as Gaffney says hello, unfortunately, people, I'm going to have to say goodbye because I've got to sort out this hearing aid. And it's a bit of a nightmare, really, because I know we're not going to get it, but I can't explain that to her. Chris, if you have broken silence email, drop in a line if you get time, because yesterday he was very worried he might have the coof. I do have his email. All right, let me make a note of that. Nice one, little bullet. I will do exactly that. I will do exactly that. Thank you, little bullet. A nice one. I'll talk to him. Awestruck Chemical says, tell him he has a 99.97 chance of recovery. He'll be fine. Yeah, I'll talk to him later. Not a problem. Oh, how lovely. How lovely. Let's have an 8 in the chat for Frank Frankenstein's daughter. Oh, my God, 8 years. I bet that's gone proper quickly, isn't it? Good Lord. Yeah, I'll be around later, hopefully. I'll definitely be doing a stream later. I just don't know exactly where. Maybe 3, maybe 4. Well, people are saying buy gold and get into metals. It's all gambling. Get your stocks and shares ISA. Get your 20 grand a year into your ISA. It's a sure bet, really. And then spread your bets with the others. Some crypto, bit of gold, bit of silver if you can get it without paying the VAT. You know, there you go, Mark. Yep, I'm off ski, mate. We've done an hour and a half. I got to work, son. People, it's been an absolute pleasure. It's been a lovely stream, actually. It's been very laid back. Darling, finishing now. Okay, people, I will catch up with you later today, 3 or 4 o'clock, okay?
3 or 4 o'clock.
I will talk to you later. Look after yourselves and look after those you love. And if I don't see you later, have a wonderful New Year's Eve, and I'll see you next year. Okay? There's that then. Ta-da!
All the world loves a lover. All the girls in every land are meant to know the joy of loving is to live in the world of man. There's someone who's waiting for you. Soon the world will be yours for a time. Music starts to play, night will turn to day. Darkness disappears when the one you love is near. You're in man done. All the world loves the lover, all the girls in every land are meant to know. Joy of loving is to live in the world of mankind. There's a place that is waiting for you, a world where the best in life is free, where time is always spring, happiness is king. The dreams you dream come true when the one you love loves you. You're in mankind.
Have an absolutely cracking New Year's Eve, whatever you do, people. Stay safe, enjoy yourself. Remember, it's about people and getting closer to them rather than moving away from them. It's been a great year, and we'll have an absolutely lovely stream later. So try and get here if you can. Maybe bring some friends. Ta-da!
All the world loves a lover. All the girls in every land are meant to know. Joy of loving is to live in the world of mankind.
I will see you all in a few hours. Oh, I'll see you now. Oh, hello, Grego. There'll be a stream tomorrow for sure. There'll be 2. Right, let's do another stream now. We got rid of the riffraff.